So today we're going to discuss the nth term test. The nth term test is a simple infinite series test used to find the divergence of a series. It's important to know that a series can be classified as divergent if the series itself has no limit. In simpler terms, this means the series will eventually reach infinity, or the limit itself does not exist. Now, what you're seeing may seem a little confusing, but what we're basically asking is whether or not a sub n equals 0 when n approaches infinity. If a sub n does not equal 0, then the series diverges. If a sub n does equal 0, then this test proves nothing and the results are inconclusive. Keep in mind, if the results are inconclusive, then we don't necessarily know whether or not it converges or diverges. It could do either. And so at that point, you're going to have to use another infinite series test. Unfortunately, I just started this channel and haven't taught any other infinite series tests yet. Okay, and on an AP test, you may be asked to find the convergence or divergence of a certain series. For each infinite series test, you must state which test you used when giving your answer. If the test does not fail and the limit does not equal 0, then you must state the infinite series a sub n diverges by nth term test. Okay, this question is pretty simple. First, we're going to equate it and put it in even simpler terms. So we're going to say 1 over e to the power of n. And now, of course, we can say this right here represents a sub n. So we can do the limit as n approaches infinity. 1 over e to the power of n. Now, what is this equal to? Well, we know that e to the power of n, e to the power infinity is infinity. So we have 1 over infinity. And we know that since you have infinity on the bottom, this is equal to 0. And since the limit is equal to 0, we have no idea what this equals. And so the nth term test failed. And this ends up being inconclusive. Okay, so this is example problem 2. And we're going to let n squared plus 1 all over 5n squared equal a sub n. And I may not have mentioned this earlier, but a sub n is essentially the function part of the series. So first, let's create a limit. N squared plus 1 over 5n squared. Now, what does this equal? Well, as you know, these both have equal exponents. They're both to an equal power. And so if that's the case, which it is, then we're going to go by their coefficients. So essentially, we're taking the coefficient of n squared and the coefficient of 5n squared. Now, what is this? What is that? That's 1 over 5. And since 1/5 does not equal 0, then this series diverges by nth term test.